Yes, all right. Now, what about the compulsory transfer of staff?
Well, the department seemed determined to stand firm on that, but I think Ted Douglas may back down now.
Why, what have you been up to?
I've been promoting solidarity within the union. I phoned an acquaintance who is a committee member with the Union of Public Servants and suggested the department may start imposing compulsory transfers on their members. He thought he should advise Mr. Douglas that the UPS is standing firm behind the prison officers' demands.
That was sneaky.
Oh, not really. I'm just fighting Ted Douglas with his own weapon, politics. Come in.
I transferred Edwards back to a cell, Mrs. Davidson.
Right. Now, has your relieving duty officer arrived?
Yes, Mrs. Barfield.
Good. Well, you can sign off. Go home and get some rest.
Well, the women are getting a bit restive about breakfast. Should I stay and help supervise distribution?
Yes, I think that will be all right. I don't think the union would object to one extra officer being on duty at this stage. Well, there's someone who doesn't seem to have been affected by the strike.
The only thing that affects him is the size of his pay packet.
Right. Well, now, I think we've attended to all the demands on your Mimo.
Yes, I think we have.
All that remains now is for me to contact Ted Douglas. Wish me luck. Yes, could I speak to Mr. Douglas, please? It's Erica Davidson here.
So I walked into the dining room, and there she sat with that slimy, sneaky smile of hers all over her face. Mouse was off the planet. God knows what she'd taken, but she was not well. The screws must have been blind not to pick it.
Who was on duty?
Oh, Perry and Powell. Anyway, I could see trouble was brewing. I thought if the screws came down on us, they'd soon see something was going on with Mouse. I didn't want to get her into trouble, so I kept my trap shut.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing you did, too. I mean, picking a fight with Mari. She can handle herself pretty well.
Oh, I can look after myself all right.
Sandy's right. You ought to let yourself recover from surgery.
Yeah. If you've got any tough stuff you want done, leave it to me, OK?
Fair enough. Think you can handle it?
Hey, I can look after myself. They make us tough in the Bronx.
I was glad to see Jude back. I thought I might get a bit of support from her, but she can't get mixed up in anything because her parole's due.
Huh. So, how does Mara get the stuff inside?
I haven't got a clue. But someone must know.
What about it, Kate?
What?
How does Mara get hold of that junk?
No idea.
Oh, yeah? I'll bet. You sure you didn't lay in a supply of pills while you're working in the examination room?
Certainly not.
B, Kate's straight.
Yeah.
Do you know something I don't?
Just a little something I heard from one of the doctors at the hospital who knew her. And he wouldn't trust her as far as he could spit. I'm just biding my time till I find out more.
What's this all about?
Oh, she's got some sort of guilt complex. She feels indebted to me because I diagnosed her kidney failure, and she's looking for an excuse now to rid herself of the debt.
Well, thank you, Doc, but I think I'd prefer a second opinion.
Look, we've got enough problems without fighting amongst ourselves.
So who's fighting? I'm just saying that sooner or later we will find out a little more about our lady doctor, and then we'll see who's right. And I'm happy to wait.
Oh, yes, Ted, of course. I'm sure we can get them back on the job immediately. No, of course not. I'll leave the press statement to you. Fine. Goodbye. Well, we have a compromise.
Which is?
He agreed to what we discussed. Security within the prison is at my discretion, but he wants to maintain armed guards on the perimeter fence and bring in guard dogs.
Dogs? Whatever for?
Well, to make certain no one escapes. In any case, I don't see it affecting the relationship between the prisoners and the officers, so it shouldn't be a major obstacle.
I suppose not. Are we expected to look after them?
No, I understand a handler will be coming in for a couple of hours each day to feed and groom them.
Well, I don't suppose the officers will object, but I'll have to inform them at a meeting.
Well, of course. How soon do you think the officers will be back on duty?
Well, I'll phone around and get them in for a special meeting. And no doubt we'll have the afternoon shift on as rostered.
Well, I'm glad we solved that problem and still remain friends.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare.